I've been around the zombies community a long time, and I've seen pretty much every opinion you could come up with. If you enjoy Vanguard zombies, that's great. If you love Outbreak, that's great. I don't really care what you enjoy because zombies is designed for a wide range of people. But with that said, I saw the most brain-dead opinion I've ever seen in my entire life yesterday, and of course it was from Twitter. So for this story to make any sense whatsoever, you need to know a bit about Helldivers 2. It's the brand new cool game on the block that everyone's playing and everyone will forget about in a couple of weeks. But in the game, you're basically fighting against aliens, and you need to go in it with a squad of 4 people from what I understand. And in that squad, the host is actually able to kick other people from the team, and apparently it's happening a lot if players aren't running the meta loadout that is actually good for killing all the aliens. It would be like if in Zombies the host could kick you from the match if he didn't like what you got from the mystery box, and apparently it's happening so much that the Helldivers community is really pissed off about it and have been for a little while. The reason that I needed to tell you that is because apparently all of that is happening because of the COD Zombies community. I'm not even kidding you. There was this person who went on an absolute tirade about how Zombies is ruining Helldivers. This is absolutely wild, and I will read this tweet out for you guys, and I quote, "The real reason why Helldivers 2's community is at risk of getting killed off in its infancy by Reddit meta sweatlords is because the new COD Zombies is a boring Warzone reskin, which drove away all the wave 350 tryhard shitheads away and over to the new hot 4-player co-op shooter." So the reason why this absolute genius is saying that Helldivers 2 is having issues with its community is because the new COD Zombies for MW3 sucks and all the players have just moved over to Helldivers 2 and are now being toxic there. This is like me saying 9/11 was caused by fucking Sesame Street. What kind of mental hoops do you have to jump through in order to say that Zombies, a completely unrelated game to Helldivers, in any way, shape, or form has messed with your new fun game? And most people, including me, could probably assume that he was probably just picking out a random community that he could think of with people that have a lot of tryhards in it, and he wasn't specifically hating on zombies, or that he didn't really hate zombies in general. But no, there's a whole rest of this thread to go through. In the follow-up replies to that original great tweet, he said, "People don't get how much work wave-based COD Zombies was doing to contain these people. It is not a coincidence that the collapse of the worst online co-op shooter community is happening at the same time as the potential rise of a new worst online co-op shooter community." So basically, he's saying that Zombies is the worst community in the co-op shooter space, which is like, okay, right? That doesn't really make too much sense. As far as communities go, we're pretty uncontroversial. I mean, Zombies, nothing really fucking happens here. At least we're not Minecraft, where like every week someone's getting exposed for touching children. I mean, like, come on. There's a lot of other communities that do a lot of other worse shit, and somehow we're getting blamed and labeled as the worst of them? And also, what the fuck does he mean by containing these people? He acts like we're some sort of barbarians that aren't allowed to play other games. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand the hatred towards Zombies. The reason I hate Zombies fans, especially on Reddit, is because, I mean, duh, they're a little bit toxic, but I mean, like, every community is going to be like that, especially when you have such a big community. But to get unfairly labeled as like basically the subhumans of the co-op shooter genre is just absolutely insane to me. But you know what, for now, let's continue on with this great thread because there's still some absolute gems in here. It would not be an exaggeration to say that the fate of Helldivers 2 depends entirely on whether or not Treyarch bring wave-based zombies mode back in this year's COD game. If they don't and stick to DM zombies instead, we're screwed. I also forgot to mention how the ongoing collapse of the player base for Payday and Destiny also factor into this. So once again, what the fuck was any of that? I don't really even understand his argument. I'm pretty sure this guy just hates zombies and has no actual reasoning for doing so. He just decided one day that he fucking hated zombies. It's really hard for me to not just sit here and tell this dude, okay, you suck at zombies, move on, don't blame us for your game being bad. Like, honestly, it just sounds like a straight up skill issue to me. Just because you suck at something doesn't mean that the community is this horrible place that's ruining your new community. Like, this is what happens when people fail the Drazendrock boss fight one time. They just decide, oh no, zombies is toxic, oh my god, this community is terrible. Like, please shut the fuck up. And by this point in the video, you might be wondering, well, Luke, why are you even talking about this? It doesn't even sound that important. It's just some random guy on Twitter. Well, the reason that it actually matters is because the original tweet that's attached to this thread has 15,000 likes on it. I see a lot of dumb shit on Twitter every single day that blows up and gets a lot of likes, but this one probably takes the cake. How are 15,000 people not contesting anything that this dude said? He gives zero evidence for the fact that zombies is toxic. Literally, none whatsoever. He just comes up with it. Sources, dude, trust me, bro. And somehow that gets you 15,000 likes on a tweet. I honestly think that as much as this is this dude's fault and people are just super misinformed about the zombies community, honestly, I'll place this on us a little bit. I do think the zombies community does a terrible job of talking about itself. My wife, for example, hangs out in a couple of Discord servers that are in no way related to Call of Duty Zombies. They aren't even related to Call of Duty in general. They talk about something like Alan Wake 2. But when zombies was brought up, the only thing that this person knew about zombies was the fact that they saw Milo's video talking about the sad state of the community. The fact is that a lot of people outside of the zombies community tend to see videos like that because they enjoy watching the mess. They don't see the cool and fun stuff that happens. All they want to see is the drama and the controversy, so that sort of makes it a toxic image of what this community actually is. They don't see the fact that $250,000 was raised for St. Jude's with Easter eggs for charity. They don't see the cool first in the world stuff. They don't see all the lore. They just see the fact that the community is always pissed, which does paint a bad picture of the community. That's just the sad fact of it, is that pretty much at this point, we are labeling ourselves as a toxic community when we don't even really need to. For better or for worse, it hasn't actually made any of the games better. Yeah, sure, we get to vent our frustrations about it, and that's always allowed online. You are allowed to vent your frustrations with these games. I'm always going to be for that. But you do also have to realize that when you do that, there's going to be a lot of people that paint their own image of this community without being involved in it. I personally think that a lot of those sad state of the zombies community videos, not even just from Milo, but from everybody, are just really counterproductive to what we're actually trying to do here. I think that yes, they do have their place, but there does come a time where it gets oversaturated and everybody's just saying the exact same thing. Why doesn't people talk about the fact that Black Ops 3 is still alive? It's crazy how that game is still thriving. Hell, I even made a video last year on my main channel talking about everyone's playing Black Ops 3, and it got almost 1 million views. That's one of the most viewed zombies videos of the last year on all of YouTube, and it was something actually being positive and that does good for the community. So no, is zombies affecting Helldivers? No, that's just fucking stupid. I don't understand how a community that isn't connected to it in any way, shape, or form other than being a co-op video game has anything to do with the Helldivers community being upset. But I also don't blame people for misunderstanding the zombies community, because in a lot of ways we really do bring it upon ourselves. If we actually want people to come back and play zombies and really get involved in things again and actually have another golden period of zombies, which I really do think that we're capable of, if we do get another good zombies game, then we kind of have to turn these things around. We have to stop turning people away. We have to stop giving off this image that we're a dead or dying community who's just salty about games not being the same that they were 10 years ago. The same shit has happened to the Sonic fandom, and look how much they get memed online. There's a lot of really cool people in the Sonic community. I watch a few small content creators, and they're really cool actually, but they get a really bad reputation the same way the zombies does. And with that said, I think I'm going to end it off here since I died on round 17. Thank you for watching. Tell me your guys' opinion. What do you guys think about this insanely stupid opinion? Tell me in the comments. While you're down there, like, subscribe, hit the fucking buttons. It would be great. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye-bye.